Alright guys, so first round of Cred for the week, we're going to get it kicked off with a kettlebell complex. And so it's going to be a one-arm complex. You'll start on the right hand, and then you'll do the left hand, and that will make one round. We're going for 3 rounds. So today is a great day to go lighter with that kettlebell, because we want these complexes to be done unbroken. We're focusing on stability, we're focusing on control, and also just accuracy moving through that full range of motion. So now is not the time to load up and look for people like, Hercules, Hercules. We want to lighten it up. There are days and workouts where we test the strength, especially like Monday in that OG workout league. That's a great day to run, test that strength, give it all you got. But in this extra credit, I want you to lighten it up a little bit and work on the smaller things that make those bigger days possible. So we're going to start out, you're going to get that kettlebell, you're going to put it right between your feet, and then you're just going to hinge over into this good tabletop position, and you're going to go for 5 one-arm kettlebell rows, keeping that back nice and tight, pulling that elbow up above the plane of the back, keeping that spine neutral, head in line with the spine. And then, once we finish those, we'll go ahead and stand it up. Go to 5 one-arm Russian swings, shutting the car door, arm long and straight, keeping that chest up, guiding that kettlebell. And then after those 5, you're going to kick it up into a front rack position. So fists underneath the chin, elbow in front of the body, kept in nice and close, supporting the bell in that cradle as opposed to supporting it on top of that shoulder. All right, so from here, 5 kettlebell push press. We're just dip and drive, lock out at the top, head through the hole. You see that arm staying really close to my ear. After those 5 reps, I'm going to continue to hold up high and go to 6 overhead kettlebell lunges, controlling and stabilizing that weight. It's not moving even though I am. Alternate those legs, get 3 each leg. It's going to force you to really work on keeping that high shrug, stabilizing that weight, and moving with purpose to get that done without tiring yourself out and breaking up that complex. So, like I said, do it with your right, do it with your left, 1 round, going for 3 rounds. All right, then we're going to move on to our mobility today. I want you to grab a foam roller or a lacrosse ball, whatever you'd like to use, and we're going to attack the lats. A lot of times when we're lacking a lot of shoulder flexion, especially as needed with a lot of overheads and also kipping and pull-ups and things like that, we really see these lats are glued down. So start here at the armpit, just this little back section right here. I want you to work your way down all the way to like the middle of your rib cage. We're focusing on this meaty lat section. And so, like I said, you might start on the foam roller, and then you'll see, man, these big muscles are really glued down, and so you'll get a lot of good work. If you're a little bit loose and you start to feel those deeper, smaller muscles might be glued down, grab a lacrosse ball, take it to the wall, and really get those things hammered out. And so we're going 2 minutes each side, working on those lats with that soft tissue work. And then we're going to take it to a load-bearing mobility exercise. So we're going to be doing a plank, except we're going to be turning our hands with our fingers pointed out, just like this. And so what we're learning to do is to bear a load, being our body weight, while keeping our shoulders back, shoulder blades tight, in a good position, as opposed to super extended like this in what we call a not so optimal position. All right, so you set up in a plank, right? So I'm going to try and scoot in here so you can see. There we go. All right, so I'm in this plank position, hips in line with the body, shoulders pointed out, or fingers pointed out, shoulders back nice and tight. And so what we don't want to see is like this droop down, and we don't want to see this pike up. We want to keep it in nice and tight. And so if this plank is super easy for you, what you can do to turn up the volume a little bit is go to a toenail plank, where I'm literally set up on the tops of my toenails, and it's going to turn that core from about a 10 to more like a 50. So those are your options for those plank holds. That's what we're after. And then we're going to finish it up with a super front rack stretch. So again, working on how do my lats work with my shoulders when I'm moving through a range of motion. So we got our bleachers, right? We got the first deck, second deck, and then we got the third deck, or as we like to call it, the upper deck. So on this second deck, you're just going to hook a band at the top of this middle support post, and then you're going to put your hand through the band. You're going to wrap it around so that you can hold onto the band without gripping it, and then you're gonna just simply stand in front, bring that elbow through into a mimic front rack position. And so you want to keep that hand pointed up towards the ceiling as opposed to pointing it down. And then I'm going to set up tight cord, kind of stagger those feet for balance. And then I'm just going to let that band start to pull that arm behind my head. And then as I get brave and mobile, I can kind of inch out. I can kind of work this range of motion at the bottom. I can let it pull for a couple seconds and then work it again. I can contract against it for a little bit and then work it back. But all we're doing, just working that range of motion, getting loose, starting to really work on in that front rack position. Can I get my elbows up? And once you get good at the front rack position, there really aren't a whole lot of things you won't be able to do with your shoulder. All right, that's what we got. It's a mouthful, guys. So, I hope that helps. If you still have any questions, grab a coach. We'll be around. Oh yeah, super important. On the super front rack stretch, don't hold it for more than a minute at a time on each hand. And if at any time during that set, with that arm being pinned up, if it starts to tingle or go numb or anything like that, make sure you immediately take a break and then pick it back up. All right, guys.